Hi, this is Finance and Investing Just Joey style, and I want to show you my crypto account. And I'm going to show you what I do. As you can see, my crypto account's down not quite 50%, about 35% for the year. Overall, about 35%. So looks like you don't know what you're doing. No, I do. Just crypto's tanked off. I'm not worried about this overall number just yet. I don't care about it. Not right now. Because I'm not looking to sell anything right now. I'm looking to build, buy, hold, and accumulate. That's what this account is. And I'm putting what I call drips, which is a uh, reoccurring buy. So right here, Coinbase allows you to do reoccurring buys, and you can buy something daily, weekly, twice a month, so on the 1st and the 15th, and monthly. So it gives you different options. So I highly recommend that you find the projects that you want, find the assets that you want to, and put a consistent amount of money into them every week, every month, whatever works for you, and build it into your budget. So actually this all this money that I have going in here, I have 13 projects. Don't worry about Pepe through. Um, it's all built into my budget. It comes out of my paycheck, goes into a different account, and then goes into this. It's all automated. I don't even pay attention to this most of the time. I just build up shares. And I want to show you actually three things that I did because I erased my Ondo and ADA position. But back in April 1st last year, I only had 4,600 XLM. And now, as you can see, I have 7,400. So I've gotten almost 3,000 more. And then I also recommend that you get to full positions. So you can do one of two things. You can either do a dollar amount. So you're like, okay, I'm comfortable throwing $100 at this and I don't want to put any more money into it. Or I'm comfortable throwing $500, $1,000, $10,000, $200, whatever it is for you, depending upon the different projects. Smaller projects deserve less money because they're higher risk. Bigger projects like Bitcoin, throw as much money at that as you want. It's going to do well into the future. But I highly recommend that you so your risk tolerance, that's how you figure it out. If you're okay putting in $100 and potentially losing it in that project, if it doesn't work out, that's okay. I do share counts personally. So I'll go through my personal share counts that are full positions. XRP, 3,000 is my full position. I don't want to ever have less than 3,000 because it's ownership into the future. As this project grows, every dollar that this gains, I will gain $3,000 because of my share count. So if I only had 10 and it went up a dollar, I'd make 10 bucks. But I have 3,000, it goes up a dollar, I make 3,000 bucks. So that's the importance of ownership. So anything above that 3,000 is tradable. So I highly recommend that you get to an overall share count and then have a tradable set for times when prices are very high or very low. And that'll help you manage your account better. Bitcoin, I don't really have a cap. I want to get to a tenth of a Bitcoin for sure, but I don't have a cap. I'll have as much Bitcoin as I possibly can own. H bar 20,000 is I don't really want to have anything less than that, but I am okay for this project. This one's a little bit different because it's never really been above 40 cents, like ever. 45. So 40, 45 cents seems to be where it's wanted to peak out. But as you can see, most of the circulating supply is out. There's only 14% more that can be diluted. So I believe as this project goes through the future, it's going to get above these because the dilution is going to stop. That's what I'm looking at H bar. So I'm okay getting to a point where I only have 10,000 H bar. If for some reason there's some crazy blow off top well above 40 cents into the couple dollar range, I will definitely take some profits on H bar. So that one I have a little bit different than everything else. XLM, 10,000. Once I get to 10,000, I don't know if I'll buy any more, or if I do, I'll only be buying a little bit because right now I'm buying um, $13 a week. So $6 a week and $1 a day. So once I get to that 10,000, I'll take these drips off and I'll throw them onto another project that hasn't got to its full position yet. So right now I need about 400 more bucks. And right here, I had a little bit extra money. So I decided to put $40 into this because I wanted to get to this share count sooner so I can take the drips off or maybe leave $1 a week on it and just buy it, especially if the price is going to stay down. Chain link. I want to get to 250 chain link. Cardano 2000 is my limit. So anything above 2000 becomes tradable. I like this project, so I might be changing my mind and upping the amount of shares that I keep, depending upon how many I can acquire over time. Ondo 2000 as well. Sui, I'm not quite there yet. I want to get to 1,000 Sui, so I need 528 more. And right now I'm putting a $2 a day drip into Sui. So once that 1,000 share count hits, I will reassess Sui. I might drop this down to $1 a day. I might drop it down to $1 a week. And then I'll take that money and I'll start putting it onto a project where I want to get to my share counts on, maybe like Chainlink, or maybe I'll throw more into Solana because I just started buying Solana back in November. I started with a $2.50 drip, and now I'm up to $5 a day. So I really like Solana. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana are the big three. You can't really go wrong with those projects. I'd be very shocked if any three of those didn't make it. Bitcoin, amazing. Ethereum's 10 years, it's never gone down. And then Solana's very, very promising. They're very mature. And then XRP is definitely, I would put that in the top four. And then I love Chainlink. And I really like HBAR because it stands out to me. WorldCoin, Algo, and BitTensor. These are very high risk to me. I got to do a little bit more deep dive on Algo, but I've just heard some good things, so I was okay putting in a small amount of money. And then once I do a deep dive, I'll consider getting more, or I'll just leave it until the project starts to become more promising. BitTensor really stands out to me. This is AI training ground hub. Um, so I think this project has a really good chance of doing something incredible, but it also is high risk right now. I want to get to two of them. I have 1.25, so I got a little ways to go. I got a 0.75 more, so I got another at current prices, two-ish $100. Oh, actually, less than that. 150 bucks to put into it. So once I get there, I'll consider maybe putting a drip onto BitTensor just because I like it. WorldCoin, Tom Lee really likes this project. I'm going to get to 1,000. I don't have a drip. I don't believe so. Oh, no, I do. I have a drip on it. So once I get to 1,000, I'm going to most likely stop buying this depending upon where my other share counts are. So once I get XLM to where I want it to be and SUI to where I want it to be, I'll probably leave my $1 a week drip on SUI, and then I'll pull the other money out. So there'll be $12 a week that I can put somewhere else. That's almost $50 a month. And then same thing with the SUI network. Once I get to my 1,000, I'll definitely drop this down to at least $1 a day. I might drop it even farther, unless the SUI network gets an upgrade or whatever. So we'll see about that. And then that gives me another $7 a week for sure that's freed up. So instead of $12, now I'll be at 19. So I'm hoping within the next few months, I can free XLM and SUI up. And that, like I said, that frees up almost $20 a week that I can put in drip, and I can split that. So right now, I don't have a full share count that I want to get to Solana. I'm just buying it. Because like I said, it's one of those projects and I just started buying it. I don't even know where I'm going with it just yet. So obviously, well, it's expensive-ish, $5 a day. It's going to take me a while to build the position. I'd like to get to at least 50 to 100. I'm making that determination right now. And then after I get to 50 or 100, I'll determine, what I want to do with it, even if I can get there, because this thing can run. I mean, it's already been to 300 bucks. So this thing can triple pretty quick. And I don't think we're coming back down to these levels, but if we do, oh, that would be a blessing. Absolutely. Be an absolute steal. I don't think we're going to do that, but who knows? We might. We might. So I'd be shocked if we drop below, what's that, 50 bucks? If I can get my mouse to get over there. Yeah. 50, 60. I don't think we're going to drop much below that. So that's how I do my account. And this is how I recommend that you do it. So this is a journey. This is a journey about ownership. So what I do for my account, it's all about ownership. It's not about trading. It's not about selling stuff off. Although I did make a decent trade on XRP and I don't usually trade too much, but that's why I have tradable shares. So it takes the emotion out of it. Since I'll never have anything less than 3,000 XRP, it doesn't matter if I make a bad trade or if I don't have those 1,400 shares ever, because for the long term, I'm always going to have 3,000. So it helps with the emotions. So I highly recommend that you get a total share count that you want to reach on your assets, whether that's stocks or crypto, or a total dollar amount. So if that's 500 bucks that you're willing to put something in there, and if it does something, great. If it doesn't, you're okay losing 500 bucks. That's how you should look at investing. And then I highly recommend that you put in drips. Like I said, whether that's daily, I like daily the best because you're getting the best price every day. So you're capturing, the highs and the lows, so you get a better average price over time. It's proven to be one of the best strategies for sure. But you can do what fits well for you, monthly, twice a month, or even weekly. So it's going to be really fun, like I said, to be on this journey of wealth building. Because just a year ago, I only had 8,600 H bar, and now I have almost 21,000. So I've almost tripled my H bar position in a year. Like I said, XLM, I've gotten about 50% more of those in a single year. And most of these projects, like that's at a full position, full, almost full. No, not quite there yet. I want 250 for that. That one's a full position, 1,000 will be a full position. Ethereum, I've decided to put my Ethereum money into BMNR, so I might be selling off Ethereum and putting that in there, but we'll see. Solana, like I said, 50 to 100, but I'm okay with the $5 drip. This is all budgeted. This is all in my budget. It's already automatically comes out of my paycheck, goes into a separate account, and then my automatic buys come in. I don't even look at this ever. It is fully set it and forget it, unless I want to come in here and do something different. Full position, and then like I said, I want to get to 1,000, and I want to get to 2 of these. And then I might put this one on a drip. We'll see. I might put both of these on a drip, even though this one's a lot riskier than this. We'll see. We'll see about that. But I want to tell you about a quick trade that I made too on XRP. I was looking to use the money. I had 1,000 tradable shares in here. And I was looking to use that money to do something else with, and then I decided not to. So I waited and I sold XRP at like $1.95. My average cost was above $2 when I sold this. So I actually sold at a loss. I don't recommend that. But what I did was really cool because I sold at a loss, so I didn't create a taxable event. So I didn't have anything that I had to pay. And I only had 4,000 shares at the time. Sold that. The price of XRP tanked. And then I got back in. Let's see here. Where's that? Right here. So I sold at $1.95. yeah, right here. Sold at $1.95, sold 1,000 XRP on January 19th. And then on February 14th, so it was almost a month, I got back in. I got back in at $1.51. So I got back in 44 cents cheaper per share, and I was able to buy with the exact same amount of money an extra 295 shares. So I got almost 300 more shares of ownership. I didn't have any taxes that I had to pay, and I've increased my position. So now instead of only having 4,000 shares that are tradable, or I'm sorry, 1,000 shares that are tradable with the additional $5 a week that I've been putting into it, I now have 1,409 tradable shares. And maybe if I get to 5,000 XRP, I might say, you know what? I'm going to up my overall position from 3,000 to maybe 3,500. So now I've increased my ownership because I really like XRP for the long term. And I still have over 1,000 tradable shares. So when this thing gets above $3, I plan on taking some profit. And if and when it gets above 10, that's when I would like to take a bulk of profit. So just wanted to show you my account. That's what I do. I highly recommend that you get dollar amounts or share counts that you want to reach and stop buying projects and then buy more. That way you're building up your wealth. But also, this is a 5-year buy, hold, and accumulate on especially XRP, Bitcoin, HBAR, Chainlink, Solana, and then probably BitTensor. On definitely Cardano. So I'm going to continuously buy those for 5 years. And then after that 5 years, that's when I'll look at my account and I'll do my version of rebalancing. I won't sell anything off because I want to have ownership. And then I'll look to see if there's, a couple new cryptos that I'm interested in. And I'll take my allocations out of what I have and put them into those, building my overall portfolio wider and building my ownership up. So that's how you get stability. So it's going to be really fun over the next 5 years for you guys to be on this journey and to see how my share counts grow over time and to see how crypto projects do, because I think they're going to do extremely well, especially once the government gets their head out of their butt and starts freaking actually doing something instead of bickering amongst themselves and just passing this daggone Clarity Act so we can have access to everything like it should be. But the banks are being pissy, and screw the banks. They caused 2008. Crypto's for the people. Like, let's go. Now, I think it's going to happen before midterms. But if it doesn't, we could run into some problems. So, but the Clarity Act is a very big thing. So if that doesn't pass, crypto's going to tank, and I'm going to have to maybe really reconsider potentially taking some losses because I think we're going to fall hard. I don't see that happening, but you have to keep that in the back of your mind. So, but that's how I do this account. I'll show you my Robinhood account later. It's getting butchered because of a bad trade. I'm not a good trader. I'm more of an investor, and this is how you should look at investing. So, this is finance and investing, just Joey style, and yeah, that's how I look at investing, and it's going to be really fun to see how this journey goes.